Hey everybody, we've had some individuals indicate that they had difficulty accessing the Ask a Pro Organizer orientation that we did on Monday. So I'm trying something a little different. I'm going to record this on Zoom on my screen and send it out to you. Hopefully this works. Here you go.
Alrighty, we'll go ahead and get started. Let me just quickly introduce myself. I'm Jillian Bower-Smith. I'm NAPO's Executive Director, and with me today is Corey Pence with the Container Store. Corey, give us a wave. Everybody knows who you are. We're going to be talking about the Ask Pro Organizer event on January 31st. We'll review a couple of key points, make sure you know where the information is on NAPO's point community, as well as answer questions. This is being recorded, and I will send the recording out to everyone tomorrow. So anybody that isn't able to attend the whole thing or couldn't attend any of it, you're going to get the recording, so you'll have that. Just first off, thank you so much to all of you for participating in this event. We have over 150 NAPO members participating at over 75 different stores throughout the United States. So great showing. We're really looking forward to this being an amazing event for everyone this year. So I'm going to dive right in. All of you should be familiar with the link to the expectations, which is in a PDF version that you can download on NAPO's Point Community, provided under the Member Resources Go Month Member and Chapter Toolkits. So I put a link to the PDF here in the chat so that you can hopefully get access to that if you haven't seen it. Just a quick reminder that the main requirement for participating in this event is having someone at the local store between 12 and 3 o'clock local time. If you want to extend your hours before that, after that, that's fine, but it's not required, just 12 to 3. And you can work out the specific hours with the store manager at your local store if you haven't communicated that already. We did send them, the store managers, the list of what people originally put, but we figured that would probably flex a little bit. So don't feel like if you said you were going to come earlier and now have changed your mind, you can still have that conversation with the store manager. 12 to 3 is the main time that we're looking for. The other thing we pointed out in an email that I sent at the beginning of January was the pre-event promotional materials. In that email, I touched on what the Container Store and NAPO are doing. You can refer back to that email for that information. There's a link to the PDF in the chat, or there should be. I can address that in a minute, MJ. And then they're also on that same point page here. I'm just going to go to it so you guys know where it is. Give me a second. All right. So if you're in point, need to get to it. Sorry. Too many different things open and then things in the way. If you're in point and you go to member resources, there's Go Month Member and Chapter Toolkits here at the top. You click on that, which I'm already on that page, but if you go scroll down, you see the Ask a Pro Organizer resources. You have the Ask a Pro Organizer event expectations. The application was where you originally went and filled out the application, and then there's social media graphics. So this PDF, you just go to it here, is about a 4-page document that the only thing that you need to focus on is really the primary contact and then the volunteer responsibilities. We just provided you with all the information in one document, so it's in one place. I'm going to grab that again and try sticking it in the chat for you again, since it looked like it might not have worked the first time, but now I got to get out of this. Before I do that, let me point out that you can download all these graphics, social media graphics. There's multiple ones. They're in a zip file. So I don't know if you saw that, but when I clicked on it, it immediately downloaded the zip file with all the options. There's 3 different versions. They're formatted for Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, all that good stuff. So it looks like the PDF link is not. Let me try doing this. Okay, let's see if that link is better to get to that PDF document for y'all. Hopefully that works better than the one that I posted above. All right, so moving on quickly. Just a reminder that one of the things we're asking every single location to do is to post something on Instagram the day of the event about your involvement with the event. So that could be photos, that could be just commenting on a post, it could be a short video or something. And not everyone at that location that's participating needs to do that. You could assign one person to kind of be the social media person that does that posting. You'll want to link to and use the hashtags for NAPO Pro. This is the hashtags that we're using. I'm sticking those in the chat as well. And they were on the email that I sent to everyone. And then also we reference the email, the Instagram accounts for the Container Store and NAPO National, and those are here. Instagram accounts. I can spell Instagram, that would be good, huh? Okay, sticking those in the chats too. All right. So those are just kind of some of the key highlighted points for you. Corey, I know you were going to talk a little bit about store communication and logistics on that, so I'll turn that over to you for a minute for that info.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you. First of all, thank all of you for collaborating with the Container Store. We're super excited to host you. We did this last year and everybody had the best things to say and how much fun it was. And so we're really looking forward to doing it again this year. So you should have all heard from your local store management team by now. If you have not, you're going to want to email me directly. I will put my email back in the chat. It's scrolled up a little bit, but I'll put it back at the end and I will get you in contact with the stores. They know to reach out to you, and also just transparently, weather's been a little crazy, so lots of things going on. So we'll make sure that you get connected and that everybody is able to have communication with the store managers. So in terms of expectations, the general manager or one of the store managers will collaborate with you, ensuring that everybody's time frames are aligned. Okay, who's coming, how many, what time will they be there, etc. They should also set you up for success. So we will have a table ready to go for you to put your marketing materials on. There are some things that we're printing on our end so that you don't have to bring them. That includes a sign about the Find a Pro directory from NAPO. So the Container Store is going to print that and have that on the table. We have a co-branded document for any potential leads that you generate, which is part of this whole thing. We want you to get some business from our customers. So all of that information will be written down. We're printing that as well. And then we are also printing an organizing tips flyer. It's very generic. It's just like for kind of nothing that is going to be brilliant to you. But the average Joe Schmo is going to be like, oh, this is really great. And on that organizing tips flyer has a very special discount code. So it's 35% off the Everything Organizer or the Home Edit line for $131 only. And those flyers we're going to print, provide to you, and you hand them out at your discretion for any of the customers or potential clients that you interact with during the day. They're not going to be handed out at the door. We're not going to use them at the register. They're specifically for you to provide and for our customer base to interact with you. So for the event to be really successful, we will have that table set up so that you can bring potential clients over and get their contact information so that you can get business. But just so you know, the intent and purpose of this is to kind of be around the store, getting everybody excited about organizing, talking about your business. If I were in the store as a professional organizer, I would park myself over in kitchen because that's our hub. That's where a lot of people spend their Saturdays. And I would just be in the aisles and say hey, I'm a professional organizer. Do you have any questions I can help you with? Or what project are you working on? Your pantry? Okay, great. Let me show you my favorite spice rack. Like something like that to get the conversation going. It will open the customer base up to be more receptive to you and your professionalism and all the things that you have to offer, rather than standing behind a table can be a little bit intimidating. And they may not necessarily come right up to you because they're not really going to understand necessarily what's going on. That said, we are marketing this. It's on all of our store locator pages. It's gone out in email and it will continue to be on our mass emails. And we have social posts that are marketing it as well. So it shouldn't be, completely foreign, but obviously we have people who are going to come into the store not necessarily knowing why we have all these amazing professionals. So just a couple tips to help you interact with everybody. And
Oh, Corey, I think we lost you. Are you back, Corey? Patsy, can you mute? Patsy Bradley, sorry. Your chewing is picking up on the session. Yeah, if you could just mute yourself, sorry. I think we lost Corey Pence for a minute. Well, one of the things I know Corey wants to chat a little bit about with the particulars, if you're going to be positioning yourself in the store, is to definitely not be wearing the Container Store colors so that you differentiate yourself from the individuals that actually work for the Container Store. We don't want people to think that you're a Container Store employee. So that's something that I know that Corey wanted to bring up a little bit. So I filled that gap. Hopefully, you're coming back. I don't know if that was the next thing you were going to touch on or not, but I just filled that gap. Sorry.
Yeah, thank you. Just to echo that, our store employees wear all black, or black with a black top with denim. And so you are welcome to wear your branded logo attire. Also, if you just want to wear something nice, feel free. But if you're in a black top or all black, you could look like an employee. And we want to be able to differentiate you. So come branded or come colorful. Either way, we're excited to have you. Was that highlighting logistics source support
there, unless you had any other items? And I'm sorry, I'm responding to chat.
Yeah, let me look in the chat and see.
Let's see. Our shirts are similar, old blue to the old branding, and still getting asked. I think, FYI. Cool. Maybe yes, you can wear your company branded shirts for sure. Please go ahead and do that. Absolutely. If you have branded shirts, if you have name badges from your brand, if you have, what am I thinking? Oh gosh, aprons, like branded aprons, branded hats, all that is good with your company on it, or with, if you're there with your chapter, you might want to wear a little NAPO flair. If you have any, just to point out the fact that you're a member of NAPO, all that's good. I'm just trying to make sure I got all these questions.
I see business cards and name tags. Yes, you can distribute those.
Yes.
You probably talked about this when I got kicked off. The Container Store is printing the documents for you. There's nothing that you need to print unless you want to bring something of your own, but you don't need to print anything that we've created or providing.
Let's see.
Beatrice, you can email me. I'll put my email in the chat at the end for anybody who has not heard from their local store, and I will get you connected.
You don't need to provide a tablecloth, Devin. No need to bring a tablecloth.
If you have one, you can, but you don't need to.
Yeah, it's not required. Carmen, you had mentioned wearing NAPO New York t-shirts. Yeah, absolutely. Go right ahead. Yeah, show your NAPO pride. It's all good. The only thing we recommend is that you don't wear, as Corey said, black shirts that are similar to the Container Store staff, because then that'll set you apart a little bit more. Are you allowed to bring an 8.5 by 11 sheet with a QR code back to your site with a link to a freebie or two? Sure. just be mindful that if you have other NAPO members that are there, that they're also going to be bringing items as well. So just there's only so much room on the table. Casey, I don't know for your particular location, who else or if there's other people there, but just be mindful of that. So yeah, there's anything and everything goes. Everyone's allowed to do, the whole point is to promote the fact that you are in this business and that you can provide additional help in the future for folks. Okay, I'm going to reiterate and make sure that everyone saw. Oops, sorry. How do you know you have other members at the same location? Okay, so there was an email that I sent everyone in January, at the beginning of January. If you were the only person on that email, you are the only person at that location. If there were other people on that email and it said, "Hi, Susie, Nancy, Bob," and those people also had their email addresses in there, then there are other people at your location. So that's how you know whether or not you're the only one there or not. It's because, and then there's some chapters that are organizing events for their chapters and their particular state or locations that are close to their specific areas. So that's how you know whether or not you're there alone or not, is from that email that I sent you. Was January 9th. To those of you that, I believe it was January 9th that I sent you one if you were by yourself. And then on January 11th, I sent out the ones to people that had multiple individuals at their locations. Now, since I sent those, some of you have gotten back to me and said that you're not able to attend or something has happened. And if that has occurred, then everyone at your location has been updated with who's not going to be there now. So all of those switching around you should have, if something changed, you should have gotten an updated email from me on that. So Devin says, if you're not the lead organizer, should you still be hearing from the store management? No, you should have. And the individual that was listed as the primary contact on the email that I sent you should be the one that's coordinating for your group, so that there's only one person in touch with the store manager, so that the store manager isn't trying to coordinate with all these different folks. So hopefully that clears that up. Store managers are reaching out only to the primary contacts. Oh, you have a retractable banner. Yeah, that should be great. Sure thing. Love it. All righty. Well, we seem to be jumping right into Q&A. So any other questions that are coming up? Anybody have any questions about the social media requirement, posting to Instagram, collaborating, tagging, NAPO and the Container Store? I'm going to take and stick that information into the chat again. It's great if you have multiple people that are going to be at your location. If you do, that can split up the work, and maybe one of you can be focused on taking pictures or doing a little video saying hello, that kind of thing. We're going to be monitoring. I know, Corey, you have staff that monitors the Container Store all the time. Yes, there's a list of hashtags. Let me put those in the chat. List of hashtags. So we'll be monitoring the posts throughout the day. And if you hit collab with NAPO National and the Container Store, we will elevate and accept those collaboration tags so that we can boost your get out there to not only your audience, whoever posts, but also to the Container Store audience and to NAPO National's audience as well. And then also we'll be monitoring the hashtags so that we can go ahead and spread the word throughout the day for all the great activities that are taking place. All right, so while we're waiting for a few more questions to come in, Corey, do you want to talk at all about any best practices?
Yeah, be happy to. So I know I'm a little biased. I've been with the company for 12 years, but I will tell you, we really do have great customers. I started my container store journey in the store. I was a store manager for several years, and our customer base is really fantastic. So they will be excited to have you. Anytime we do in-store events that have professionals, it is like Christmas for them. They're so excited to pick your brains and find out your favorite products and know what your best tips are and all of the things. Like I was saying earlier, it can be a little bit intimidating if we're just standing behind a table. So I always kind of equate it to imagine going into Home Depot or Lowe's on a Saturday and you just needed to go get some light bulbs and you walk into that aisle and there's like somebody there at a table and you're like, hey, just going to go around here and get some light bulbs versus you're in the aisle that has all the lights and the fans and whatever. And somebody comes up and they're like, hey, I'm a professional electrician. I'm just here to help. Do you have any questions about any of these products? Or do you know what you're looking for? Is there anything that I can assist you with? That feels a lot different if you're not going in prepared necessarily to see an electrician or a plumber. So same kind of concept if you put yourself in the customer perspective. If we're just amongst them and saying like, hey, I'm a professional. How can I help you? Do you want any tips? Do you want any tricks? I can tell you what my favorite whatever product is. And then obviously in that conversation where you're like, okay, great. Tell me about your project. Oh my gosh, you're working on your junk drawer. Okay, great. I have the best organizers for you. Let me show you how these go together. Then you can start saying, okay, well, I'm a professional organizer in your area. Take these products home. If it doesn't work out, or if you have another project, or if you get overwhelmed, give me a call. Here's my business card. So we want to encourage you to drum up business. That's the whole point of this, is to create that collaboration between NAPO and the Container Store, help drive your business, help drive ours. But we just need to do it in a way that feels really receptive. So like I said, put yourself in that customer's shoe and kind of when you're helping them from all angles, it disarms them a little bit rather than being like, oh, I don't want to sign up for anything. That's not what we're necessarily trying to do. We are, but not really. The other thing, like I said, that flyer that you will have, those will be printed just for you. Each of the store is going to print how many they think seems fair for their typical Saturday traffic. Our store volumes are different. So some might print 20, some might print 200, just depending. But they know that if you're busy and working on customers and handing them out, that they might need to print more during the event. And so they're well aware of that. So don't be shy handing those out. Anybody that you interact with, you can say, here's some great tips to take home. Also, special discount for interacting with me today. So here you go. You can take that to the register. And again, you can hand them your business card, or if they're interested, which we hope they will be, and they're like, well, can you call me tomorrow? You're like, oh my gosh, yeah, come here, let me get your information. And you'll write down on that sign-up sheet, that lead form that we're printing, they can write down their first and last name, phone number, email, etc. So we've got that information if they're very genuinely interested in having you contact them ASAP rather than sending them home with a business card, which is ideal because then you have their information rather than waiting for them to call you. So we'd like to capture their info, but not everybody's going to be ready to go the first day. So those are some great tips, having been in the store for a lot of years, to kind of help you interact with everybody. You do not have to stay in kitchen. That's a great place to kind of post up, but like there are going to be people in the closet. That's another hot spot. So feel free to roam over there. Storage, which is kind of in the middle of the store, kind of storage, garage-ish. That's a good weekend project. So you are not, you can go anywhere. You have free reign of the store. You're not relegated anywhere. But like I said, kitchen's kind of a good place to start. And then if there's multiples of you, which some stores have, I'd kind of disperse throughout. So maybe have somebody in kitchen, and maybe have somebody in closet, maybe have somebody in storage, maybe have somebody in office, and you can just kind of float around depending on the number of people that you have and where the traffic is. It is interesting being in retail. You've probably noticed this grocery shopping. People come in a lot at the same time, but then everybody checks out together. Have you ever noticed that? When you go to check out, there wasn't a line, and now everybody, there's everybody. We're all in a line. So what happens at the Container Store is people kind of migrate from departments together. So it'd be like a cluster of people in closet. So you like run over and talk to people in closet, and then they all they don't know each other. They're strangers, but then they like migrate over to storage together. So you can kind of follow the path of people too. You'll see that happens a lot. So we encourage you to be out there, friendly faces, encouraging projects. You are welcome to pull up your phone and show your own Instagram befores and afters if you have those, and say like, here's some examples of the things I do, or hey, let me show you one of my favorite junk drawer projects. Like, you are welcome to use all of those things at your disposal. We encourage it, and we just really want to get not only the NAPO brand, but then your individual business brand out in those local communities. That's what this partnership's all about.
Hey, Corey, we had a couple of great questions while you were chatting. We had a question, Amy wanted to know, is it okay to encourage customers to use the Container Store AI Nicole with them as a fun interactive product suggestion?
Absolutely. We just rolled her out. She's been in development for 8 months, I think. And she was actually ready to go at the end of the year, but we were waiting for this kickoff event, so we held her back. So yeah, pull her out. She's smart. She's great.
And then Kiara wants to know, are there any sales happening this weekend that they should know about? Because sometimes they'll get asked if there's any sales. So is that something maybe the store managers can share with the primary contacts?
Yeah, let me see what the promotion calendar is for the weekend. I will tell you that 35% offer that you have, we did that on purpose, where that is the greatest offer. So anything else that would be going on in the store is not as good as your exclusive little coupon, because again, we wanted incentive for people to interact with you. But I can circle back with Jolene and we can let you know what the weekend promotion is.
Cool, great. And then let's see, Emily said, is the info collected fair game for us to reach out to anyone on it? So yes, on the contact sheet that you'll be provided with, that is information for you to reach out to whomever signs up. The one caution I would say is if you have multiple NAPO members at your location, it would be best if you there's a spot on there where you can notate Emily spoke with this person. So that should be, if they spoke with you, then that's the person who should reach out to them, and maybe split those up so that not just one NAPO member is reaching back out to everyone, kind of spread the wealth, and we'll rely on you to do that. We don't want every single person there, if there's multiple people there, to be reaching out to every single person on the list. That's the only concern we have there. What's the expected collaboration level from the employees of the Container Store on site?
It's a great question. So the managers will for sure, everybody knows that we're doing this. Let me start there. So it's not going to be a surprise to any employee that we have people coming in store. The managers will be available, welcome you in, kind of show you the table or what we set up for you. If you want us to grab any product for the table to create like a little display of your favorite things, we're happy to do that too. And then you can kind of prop and stage it, if you will. We will have salespeople on the sales floor because it is a Saturday and that's what it is. And then obviously our register salespeople behind the register, they won't necessarily interact with you or get in your way, but we've got great employees. They shouldn't like run away from you either. Like it's not a scary thing. So if we see that you're interacting with a customer, we're not going to interrupt that. And then that same customer may circle back to a different part of the store and find an employee and have a question about that. And so it's just really everybody's collaborating together to help the people who are in our stores. We will also make sure to let everybody know that you are here. So when they walk in, we generally have a host or one of our register salespeople at the front will say, welcome. Hey, just so you know, we have a professional organizer. Go stop and say hi to Jennifer and kind of point in your direction so they know what's going on. So everybody will kind of be working together for the greater good.
Sorry, trying to type and think at the same time. Yes. Great. So there was a question about the storms. I think, Corey, you had mentioned that we're just gonna, if your local area isn't able to hold the event because of closures, because of the storm, then it is what it is. We'll have to have a conversation. This is happening nationwide. So we're not going to reschedule the entire event, but there may be with specific stores, there may be something that we do. Haven't really made any plans for that yet because we're hoping everything's okay. Maybe that's...
Yeah, we don't expect any closures. Most of our stores are open. I mean, obviously the storm went west to east, so a little bit delayed, but most of our stores are open and we should be fully opened again by Wednesday. The only exception is Nashville. There's a lot of like power problems there.
Corey, I think they're pointing out there's another storm expected next weekend.
Oh, fantastic. Okay. So, well, yeah. I'm going to manifest that storm just doesn't exist. But okay, the managers will reach out and let you know if there seems to be any issue or delayed opening. We try really hard to stay open. So,
And then there was the question, there's a question, Isabel, I believe, about the 35% off. Let me show you what that looks like. All of you are going to have this flyer. There'll be multiple flyers, obviously, because you'll be giving them away. The Container Store is providing these flyers for you on site at the stores, and it's got the coupon in there for 35% off, and it's got the tips. So that's what we're referring to, and you are the only ones that have this. And you decide whether or not the people that you're interacting with get one of these discount 35% off discount sheets. It's totally up to you. I think Corey mentioned that the stores will print enough for their normal Saturday rush, whatever their normal Saturday rush might look like. And then they'll give those to you, and you decide whether or not someone, I guess, is deserving of it. Did you know, do they have an interaction with you, or do they just walk up to you and, yeah, you don't have to give them to anybody. You know, it's not like you're standing there just passing them out.
Yeah, you also don't have to hold them close to your chest. We can print more. So it's just if you feel like somebody's interacted with you and you're like, oh my gosh, this was so fun, here you go. Enjoy a discount, you know? But if they just kind of brushed you off or walked up to your table and then walked away, like that may not, you get to decide what feels appropriate. We're not going to micromanage that. If you do need more, just let the manager know, like, hey, I've only got a few flyers left. Can you print some more for me? And we will be happy to go get those reprinted. So.
Great. Hey, Latricia, I see you asked if you can hand out mesh bags. Absolutely. Yeah, if you want to give a little something with your business card to customers, make it fun. Have a good time. Yeah, absolutely. Do it. Do what you would like. Can you bring a business banner that's retractable? Yes, that was asked earlier. Yes, you may definitely bring a retractable business banner, Carolyn. Situation about the storm. Yes, we'll see what happens with the storm. Hopefully we'll be okay. And it's 35% off the total, not just everything organizers for the discount. Can you clarify that?
It's off the everything organizer line and off the home edit line. So anything that they buy in either of those two collections are 35% off with the flyer that you have.
Okay.
And then I will circle back with local store promos for you.
Yeah, I think I'm just checking here. LA, you asked if you could see the sheet. I'm assuming you're talking about the discount sheet. No, we're not providing that. They'll be printed for you and provided on site. 35% discount sheet. The Container Store is going to provide those on site for you, so you don't have to worry about those ahead of time. Make the sign-up sheets for the info. The Container Store is also going to have the sign-up sheet. Yeah, make them sign the sheet for more info and then give them the discount. Absolutely. At the end of the day, can we purchase products with that discount themselves?
That's a good question, Amy. I will follow up and confirm.
Latricia wants to know, first 5 minutes of the session, did you all talk about us posting on our own social media about the event? Yes, we did. We definitely love it if you guys post on social media. We talked about the different hashtags. We talked about the Instagram accounts for NAPO and the Container Store. I'm going to show one more time. Let me share my screen one more time to show you the the site where the social graphics are. If you go into Point, and then you go into Member Resources, Go Month, Member and Chapter Toolkits, and you scroll down, Ask a Pro Organizer Resources, Ask a Pro Organizer Social Graphics. You click on this, and it will download a zip file to your hard drive, and then you'll open that, and you have multiple social media graphics that have been approved by NAPO and the Container Store. There's 3 different versions. The end at each of these, I know it's a little small, but like FB for Facebook, IG for Instagram, LI for LinkedIn. Those are the different sizes, and we have 3 different versions. One has a closet in the background. So these are social media posts that you can do on your own. You can do this, and there's a closet one. There's one that's got a drawer in kind of the background there, so it looks a little bit different. And then there's one that's got just a little bubble, a thought bubble. And we've been using these throughout the month to promote the event as well on our accounts. So
We're
feel
using
free
them
to
as
use
well.
those. The link to the graphic, it is on point, and I'm grabbing it. There's a link to the graphics. You will have to log into Point, the Point community for NAPO, in order to get that. What will be considered success for this event this year? We will also be doing a post-event survey. I'll be sending that to all of you so that you can fill that out. You can also, if you're a primary contact, you can share that with all of the different folks that were at the location, so we can get feedback as to how we did. We're really looking to make sure that this event is elevated. We want to make it even bigger and better than last year. Was a lot of learning. We were starting kind of small, and we started behind the 8 ball. So this year we're hoping it'll be an even bigger event. Honestly, I think it's already a success with over 150 NAPO members participating in 75 different stores across the US. I mean, bang, now it's just how does that translate for you as business owners into being able to attract more customers and this partnership. So we put our contact information in the chat again. Just a reminder that your main support on site is your store managers that you should already have heard from. If you haven't, reach out to Corey. Her email is again in the chat there. If you haven't heard from your store manager, should have heard from them last week, if not now, because it's Saturday, so we're coming up on our time there. And then myself and Corey are kind of your backup if you need something. Honestly, if you have a question about a Container Store location, I can't answer it for you, but I can put you in touch with Corey who can. So we will do our best to make sure that you have everything you need. This is being recorded, and I will send this out to everyone on the primary contact or solo individual contact list. I'll email this to everyone tomorrow. I will also have it added in the resource area on the Point where the expectations and the social media graphics are located. So it's kind of all in one place too as well. Let's see, one of your team members wants to record. Okay, if they share, or better for me to transcribe for her. You're welcome to share this recording with them, LA. For your team member, that's perfectly fine. I'm not sure if I'm understanding your question. If I didn't get that right, let me know. And let's see, didn't get an email from one of the stores that you're participating in, but just message them. Awesome. Glad I interpreted your question right. Okay. Any other final questions? We're at time. We said we were going to be 30 minutes. We're just a little bit over, so we want to make sure that we answer everybody's questions. Yes, you can bring team members. Absolutely. Yep. Bring your team.
The more the merrier.
Yep. All right. Unless there's any other questions, we will wrap it up. Corey and I will stay on for a couple minutes as you pop off just to make sure there aren't any final questions. Thank you everyone so much for coming. Be safe, have a great day and a good week, and have a wonderful event. Thank you all so much.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Amy Bergman says she has not heard from her